Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I think I'm going to do something that probably most people would classify as a bit dumb. But I think I'm going to exchange Invincible Kawhi. I just think I'm going to do it. We're going to see what legend badges we get. And it may sound completely and utterly insane to exchange an Invincible, but I look at my team, and realistically, we got a Paul George who's nice and souped. He's badged up. I mean, he hasn't had anything added, but he's a very good, viable option. And then I have Larry Bird, who I think is probably better than both of those cards, in all honesty, and can score the ball. So I look at it and I'm like, I almost think, I don't know, maybe the legend badges would be nice to get. And I want to use those legend badges in addition to some of the other legend badges that I have to upgrade this team a bit and turn some of these guys into truly end game cards. For example, Bob Pettit, I think, is the main one I want to focus on. And I do want to save some legend badges as well, potentially, but I want to add some legend badges and see what we're looking at with this team here in this video. Just really, again, trying to optimize this team as much as possible so that this top tier cards anyway can play for the rest of the year pretty much, because obviously 10 million MT is a lot of MT, but they're going to drop a lot of good cards still, and so it has to be rationed to a certain extent. And some of these guys, especially the unsellables like Jokic and Pettit, they got to play for the rest of the year. So Jokic having 37 legends already is a huge plus for sure. But I think we got to turn Pettit into that same type of card realistically. So before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I'm trying to hit 40K by the end of the month, which means in the next 4 days, we need to get about 200 subscribers. So would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. So again, I think Kawhi just isn't particularly necessary at this point, because here's the honest truth. Larry Bird's 2 inches taller, similar jumper, better movement, same dribble style with overall better sigs and a better fade. I just think he's probably a slightly better card in all honesty. Same dribble style, better sigs otherwise, similar jumper, 2 inches taller, better fade. That's to me a better card, you know what I mean? And like, it's not like Larry is a flawed card. Obviously this is just a regular 100 overall Larry. And if I have a bunch of Hall of Fame badges, actually I'm going to badge him up because he's going to play for a bit. So I'm going to, this dude Scott legitimately had the craziest, I mean, he had so much stuff on his account, bro. I don't even want to know how much this costs, to be totally honest, but we got a lot of spare Hall of Fame badges. So a player like Larry Bird, who we pulled unsellable, we can add and we can soup up, you know what I mean? We can pretty much add every single Hall of Fame badge, make him extremely elite, because he's a card I think I'm going to use for a while. I think he's better than Paul George too. Same thing. He's basically the same size, but he's got better sigs, and I prefer the guy who can put the ball on the floor and create a shot for himself or for a teammate at any time in the shot clock. So Larry Bird, fully badged, is added to the team. I do need to add a shoe on him as well, but pulling him out of the locker code is fire. My girlfriend pulled him yesterday, in case y'all did not hear that in the video earlier. But yeah, she pulled Larry out of the locker code through the app, which was pretty sick. And with Larry and Paul George, there's just no need for Kawhi, to be totally honest. So it's unfortunate that he's the Invincible that was pulled from that Invincible pack that could be gotten for the 3 Hoff boxes on Friday. But at the same time, it kind of still is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a big deal. And while I do think maybe it'd be nice to get more than 5 legend badges from an Invincible, at the end of the day, he's unsellable. So what else am I going to get from him if I'm not going to be using him in my lineup, in all honesty? Even being a super top tier card, I wish there was a way to give him away. It'd be kind of neat, but I don't unfortunately think I have that ability. With that being said, though, at the same time, let's see what legend badges we got, and let's go ahead and figure out what we would want to pick, because I think I want ones that I have, like, don't have a lot of legend badges of. You know what I mean? Like, I would take another rebound chase to put that at 3. Deadeye would be good. Lightning launch probably would be solid. Brick starter, brick wall, and dead. I mean, 3 on-ball menaces right now is nice, but I always would take another one of those paint patrollers, same type of story. How many limitlesses do we have? 3 limitlesses. Glove would be nice. Off-ball pest is always a good one, although there's 3 of those already. We got a lot of good legend badges, man. We really do. So we're going to exchange Kawhi for legend badges, and then we're going to badge up Bob Pettit and turn him into an absolute beast, because he is a card that I think I want to keep on the game till end game. I ran Dark Matter Glenn Rice on my team until end game last year. He was an unbelievable card, one of the best scorers we've ever seen, and Bob Pettit is in that same vein. Incredible movement, amazing jump shot. A card who will play, I think, till the very end of the game for me in some capacity, even if he somehow gets replaced at some point at the starting small forward, which he might, potentially by a guy like Cooper Flag or something. He's a card with his movement, his animations, and his eliteness, even only being 6'9" at this point, that I will probably use until end game, even if he winds up being my smallest player at some point, because I have Jokic at point guard, that's 6'11", and I add maybe a tall shooting guard at some point when we get to true end game, then I think we'll be good to go, you know what I mean? But Kawhi, honestly, I'm sorry. Your time has come. and he is gone. 5 legend badges instead. Maybe that is psychotic, but you know what? At the end of the day, I think it is interesting for some of y'all to see as well. So let's get into this and let's see what legend badges we got. A movable enforcer. First of all, we didn't have that legend at all. That is an absolute must take. Handles for days, same story. High level legend badge we already didn't have. That's a must take. Rebound chaser. I think in all honesty, that one is a take. We already have 3 off-ball pests. I remember that. Only 2 paint patrollers. I think that's a tentative take. And then I have one more selection, and I look at these, and there's some good ones. Lightning launch is one that I mentioned I would like. Pogo stick I know is good. I don't remember exactly how many of those I had, but I think shifty shooter is a very important legend badge. And so for me personally, I think those are the 5 I'm going to take. Rebound chaser, paint patroller, handles for days, shifty shooter, and a movable enforcer. 5 really, really high level legend badges. So that was a very good pack, as you would expect, of course. And now we look at Bob Pettit, and let's look at these badges. Like, he's going to be my primary ball handler. So legend bailout, I think that is worth putting on him. He is going to be that guy. Area wizard, I feel like that's probably worth it, but I don't throw a lot of lobs, so I think I'll hold on to that one for right now. Break starter, I got 2 of, and I mean, why not? You know what I mean? Challenger, I mean, he's going to be a lock perimeter defensively. I want him to be that elite in every way. Dimer is an absolute must. We also have 5 of them, which is kind of nasty. Glove, I only got 1, but again, I want him to be as good defensively as possible. Float game, who cares? I'll throw it on him anyway, because I guess why not? Immovable enforcer and lightning launch I only have 1 of, but again, I want him to be as in-game as he can be, and so I think those are badges I have to add. Lightning launch or mini marksman I think I have to add as well. That actually can be useful because that'll trigger against 7-footers. In the switch shooting over guys, that's a big deal. Off-ball pest is absolutely worth adding. Got 3 of those as well, which is a W. And then 3 on-ball menaces as well. At this point, Bob Pettit is starting to look damn near superhuman. Hook specialist will do nothing, but we'll throw that on there as well. And you know what? We might as well. At this point, I'm going all in. Area wizard, we might as well throw it on him. It's not going to get thrown on anybody else. I guess I could have put it on a big, but physical finisher, screw it. He's going to be finishing, and it'd be nice if it was physical. Pogo stick, again, want him as good defensively as possible. Post powerhouse, why not? Yeah, I mean, we're going to give him everything. We are turning this card into as in-game as we possibly can. He is a card that I want to use for the rest of the year, and so he is getting the works. Literally every single badge on legend that we possibly can give him, which gives him a total of 33 legend badges, 7 gold badges. Already have a nearly maxed out Jokic, nearly maxed out Wilt, maxed out Yao, nearly maxed out Ben, maxed out Chris Webber. Not Tim Duncan, but Kristaps is also max legended. Like, a lot of crazy cards on this team, and Bob Pettit is now, I mean, he was already kind of the centerpiece, but I really want him to be the centerpiece of the team, which is why I added all those legend badges to him. At the end of the day, I think the sacrifice of Kawhi was well worth it. We got a lot of good legend badges back, and at the end of the day, he just simply wasn't going to play. So hopefully y'all get that. But with that being said, that's going to do it for the video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.